Hi guys, welcome to Sew with Sonia. Hope you're doing well. So today we're going to sew a short trouser pants, and the length of our pants is 18 inch, but I'm going to be marking it at 20 inches. The 2 inches allowance is for fold, so fold allowance, so I'm marking it. Sorry, apologies, our chalk is not very visible, but I'll try as much as possible to make it visible for you. And secondly, our material is kind of shaky, so we have to be so careful with the fabric. Now that we have marked our 20 inches, now we're going to go ahead and mark 2 inches allowance by the side. I'm taking my allowance by the left hand side of the fabric, 2 inches allowance. As the video proceeds, you will know why I'm taking the 2 inches allowance by the side. So the measurements you would need is your waist, your body rise, and then you need your lap. Yes, and then you need your lap, the upper part, then your thigh. You need your lap or your thigh, the upper part, and then the place that the shorts is going to be stopping. So now I'm marking our waist. Our waist is at 3 inches. We're folding it into 4. It's going to give us 8.5, and then we're going to add 2 inches allowance, which is 10.5. So up there, I'm marking from that place, I'm marking 10. Please note that line, it shouldn't pass that line into the allowance. We're marking 10.5. Then after that, I came down. The body rise is 12 inch for this particular palazzo. The person is she's kind of big, so we're going to still take that 12 inch so that we can connect it and get a straight line. The body rise, note we're not using for this kind of method, we're not going to be using hip we're not going to mark in the hip part. We're going to just use body rise and then the waist. So please follow. So I'm still going to highlight that 10.5 because I'm going to draw a straight line from the waist down to the body rise, which is going to give us our crouch there. So I'm joining the line. Downwards. Mind you, this line, the second line that is touching, the second line there is the line for our crouch, which is 12, right? So we're going to measure now our tie. Our tie is it's giving 29. It's giving 31. Sorry, our tie is giving 31. So we're going to divide it by 2 and then add 2 inches. So when we do that, we're going to have about 17 inches. So from that, our allowance, just watch and see what I'm going to do here. So I came in, if you notice, from that allowance side, I came in with apologies, the way it was being recorded is not showing, but that 2 inches allowance that we left at the left hand side, I'm coming in by 1.5 down to the other end to get my 17.5 inch. I'm coming in from that 2 inch allowance by 1.5. If you notice, see where I marked, so that from the waist down to that line, down to that 1.5 that I came in for the tie, there's going to be like a shape, a curve there, so it will not be straight by the hip side, so it will not be straight. So that's why we put that allowance there for shape. Now I'm finding out the difference between the waist and the tie, and I got 5 inch. The difference between the waist and the tie by that place where I placed my tape. Now I think I got 1.2. so that's how long our crouch is going to be, because your crouch don't need to be so high because it will make the front of your crouch funny and packy, and you know how some crouches will be and you just be looking at it. So now, sorry, apologies, I forgot, I'm supposed to use my ruler to get the angle 45. So I'll still go, irrespective of the fact that I already marked it, I'll still get my ruler and look for angle 45 over there. and then I'll mark my angle 45, and then still when I've got my angle 45, then I'll from that angle 45 I will use it to mark, because that's where it's going to be the 1.2 is going to, that's where the curve is going to stop. If you notice, my tape didn't really come out, so from the difference between the lap and waist, you know how much your tape is going to be out. So now that's 1.2 over there. Now I'm going to use my curved ruler, my armhole curved ruler, to join it, to connect it neatly. So I'm trying to find a convenient place to connect it that the shape will not look funny. You have to be very careful at this point, because the shape of your couch determines a lot of things. How balanced and how aligned the front of your trouser pants is your pants is going to be. That plays very, very important. Like I said, this fabric is very shaky, it's hard to control. But see what I'm doing there? That thing did not come out more than that. If you notice, the curve is not so high, it's just a little curve. Please make sure you divide the difference between your waist by that place where I'm marking you. From there you can find the difference between your waist and your thigh, and whatever thing it is, divide it by 4 and come out from angle 45 up there and then mark. And that's how you curve your crouch, so that the front of your crouch will not be looking so funny. So please take note. Now I'm measuring down there because I need to get half of it. So we're taking half of 19 inch, which is 8, because I want to know where to place my measurements. I want to know where to place my measurement of the tie below, where the short is going to stop. So now the second tie, because I measured the tie up there and then the tie at the bottom of the pants. So now for me to know where to place the measurement, I think I have the measurement I'm working with is 29. So I'm going to divide 29 by 2. It's going to give me 29 by 2 gave me 14.5. So now to get the midpoint, I'm going to divide that 14.5 by 2 and place it on that place I have marked, the middle of that place that I marked. You know, so I marked the middle of that 19, which is the full measurement of the down part. So I'm going to place 14.5 divided by 2. It's around 7.25, and so there I'm going to come with my 7.25. I'm still doing the folding. As for people that do not know how to do the maths, you fold your tape. So I'm going to mark it at the both sides from that place I've marked. I'm going to mark it so I'll get the middle. So like I said, 7.25, I'm going to mark it there, then mark the other one to 7.25 at the other place again. Remember what I did? I marked the midpoint of that place. You will know the reason now. So I'm going to use this my ruler, and I'll come to the edge. So guys, what I'm doing now, I'm using, you know, that place that we marked, that edge there that we marked. I'm trying to blend it in with the tie. I'm blending it in to get that shape that you see in a normal pant. I'm blending it in because it's a straight pant. If it's a palazzo pants, you're going to see that curve there'll be no need for this thing we're marking now. It's going to just be that straight thing. Normal, we'll just cut it like that. We're not going to mark this, but since it's a shapy pants, we're going to do that. Then I wanted to use armhole curve to do the other edge to blend it into, but I changed my mind, because the shape will give a bulging, I mean, what they call it, I'm out of words, but it's going to make it bulge out. So I'm going to use a straight ruler, but we'll try to blend it in so that it will not be so sharp. So I'm going to draw a straight line, and then I'm going to later on come back and blend it in to remove any form of sharpness at that point. So I was about to cut, but I decided to still come in and blend it in. Please try and blend it in. So we're going to be cutting it out now, the front part. So now I placed the front that I've cut, I placed it on a fabric that is bigger than the front. Then I placed it at the edge, if you notice, because I don't really need to do any other edge. So I neatly placed it, make sure it's neatly placed. Then I come up with that, from that upper part that you see me there, I came up with 1 inch. Then on the crouch I came in 1 and half, that's 1.5. Then at those sides, I'm going to be giving 2 inches allowance from that top part to the down. I'm going to be coming down with 2 inches allowance. Please take note, it's because it's not a palazzo. If it's a palazzo pant, I'll come in with at least 3 or 3.5, since she's at the bigger part. But from 40 inches downwards, 2 inches, 1.5 is enough if it's like a palazzo pant. But now that it's a fitted pant, I came in with 2-inch allowance. So now I'm going to use my ruler to blend in. Which is my straight ruler to blend in now 1 inch down. If you notice, I did not carry it at the 2 edges because I'm blending it. I'm going to say you see how slanted it is. I'm going to slant it down. I'm slanting it. This material is really shaky. Sorry, I can't even see the lines myself. Sorry, the lines are not visible. But I slanted it down to meet the other part, the other end. Now I'm going to use my armhole curve to blend in those lines that I marked, that 1.5 from that particular waist side. Going to place it neatly and blend it. If you notice, the crouch at the back is poking out more than the front crouch because it's the back. Please make sure your front never looks as pokey as this back that we are doing now. It's the back that pokes out like that. So we're blending it in with our ruler. All the lines, we're blending them in neatly. Notice the difference between the front and the back. So I'm still blending it in. I'm still using the ruler to retrace it so that it will be very, very visible. I'm using my my chalk to retrace it. I'm going to cut it out, the back part out. I did not put anything at the other side. The only difference was at this other side. So please take note. So that's the front and the back. So I'm marking the pockets. The pocket I'm coming in with 6 inch. I'm coming down by 6 inch. I'm coming in by 2.5. Please don't come down from next anything less than 5 inch. I'm coming with 2.5. I'm coming with 3 inch. Highest 3 inch. You can make it a straight line. You can make it a curve. Most times I use straight, so I'm using a curve now. I'm going to just use your free hand to curve it any style you want to curve it. So that's the pocket. That's the front part that I'm holding there. This is the front. Please do not curve to your pocket in the back. Be very, very careful not to cut your pocket at the back. So that is it for that. So up next, I'm doing the band. I cut it by 5 by 35. The waist is 5 by 36. The waist is 33. I did 3 inches as allowance. This band is folded into it's 5 inches long, so it's 36 inches long, then 5 inches wide. Fold that into 2 and put hard gum on it to give it structure. So up next, I folded that fabric into 2 to get the pocket. What we're going to use to turn in for the pocket. So trimming the upper part to get that curve. Please make sure you're not going to trim the 2 sides. I'm trimming only one side. And I'm going to, the place we trimmed out, I'm going to still replace it. Please, if you know you have not subscribed at this point or you've not liked this video, please like, share and subscribe so that we can reach at least 50 subscribers. So now that is that for the pocket. I'm ironing it so it will be stable, to give it stability. So what I did, I went ahead to cut the other part of the pocket because there are 2 pockets. So I cut the second pocket similar, but make sure they are facing the wrong side facing the wrong, the right side facing the right. Please watch out for part 2. Watch out for part 2 of this video. I had to cut it down because it was too long. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next video.